down to bunkers. Probably none of them keeping track at all. This is where the squad is done. Wow. What's the step after that? Going into game
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm using a different headset. I'm not using my headset, so I'm using a desk mic.
Game 1, Town Safe.
Oh, bitrate. Oh, my frames.
For Rob to do his thing. And a lot of up air gets a lot scarier. It does very, very well with the blast.
Alright, I like that laser attempt.
It's very easy for Rob to do down throw up air. But again, you against ZSS, this is the scariest character to try and utilize rage against her.
Smash Chest guys, please lower your bitrate. Please lower your bitrate. That was nice.
Zamasu gets down throw, he gets a little bit of a conversion off of him. See, this is the one thing that I see a lot of ZSS doing, especially like Zamasu and Namco in particular, where they'll go for just
alright, that was alright.
Just hoping that you can
Doing solid here. Like, I hate reviewing VODs of people versus Lucretio because he's the wonkiest fucking player on the planet. I have no really idea. I really can't figure out what he's trying to do.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. So, not rubbing the corner here though. Masu's got all of the.
So you kind of did what? You did the thing where you just kind of let him get out for free. That's nice.
And only just got the kill. I think Lucretio's DI was pretty much as good as he could have got it. Unfortunately, a little bit too strong without on beat. So Zamasu taking that first stop, looking pretty strong on Town City. Lucretio trying to find a command. Dancing around his shield. Yeah, man. Yeah, Zamasu's movement is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Gets the down throw to up there. Another up there, really good one that time as well. Was a bit.
You're burning a lot of options. Wow. Okay.
Thought he was going to go looking down there for some crazy reason then. Zamasu happy to just keep this lead. Not really exerting way too much pressure. Lucretio, it seems like he's in the advantage state at the moment. But dash attack has got Lou in the air. He lands safely.
Yeah, this is standard play. That's peak.
And that's the one thing as well. Lou will throw that gyro onto the stage because then people will just sometimes ignore it, get hit by it, and then Lou get back onto stage free because he's actually sitting with enough air, something similar to that. But
You should die for this. No, okay.
Yeah, it kind of looks at him a little bit first. Back air doesn't get the strong hit.
Please, if any northern guys watch this, please reduce the bitrate. I swear to God, this is so hard to watch.
Nothing that's really sending Zamasu into horrible disadvantage. That could have been a chain into an OB. Whoa! And Zamasu goes for everything.
Don't do that. There's no reason for you to do that. You have plenty of opportunity.
That was a scary.
You don't need to go for those.
It was his only choice. The air dodge is way the way through. And there's your up B.
I don't mind the constant jump. I don't mind the constant like short hopping if he does that because that's just keeping mobile. But it's when you're like with your full hopping around. That was bad. You're very all or nothing, yeah. So I haven't seen you do a single like non-wave bounce laser. They've all been just like, oh, fancy tech, yeah.
Big read there. Zamasu finding himself in disadvantage again. It feels like he hasn't been able to get himself out of this for a good 30 or 40 seconds. Gets the down B hit.
Yeah, jump up the platform, jump up the platform, jump up the platform. Keep spamming that.
Finally gets him into the corner. Both of them roll. Spider's none of them read it.
I'm actually gonna be surprised if I see you do a non B reverse laser. Why are these down Bs?
I think they're both scared to commit to too much because I think Zamasu knows that if he whiffs, the down for up air is potentially the end of the game. And there's your up air still. Oh, that was a scary situation. Yeah, I thought that could have been it, but Lucretio, best the eye he could have done. And there's back.
That was nice. So you're doing a lot of like double jumps in neutral again. Like with Fox, it's already not a good idea. With Zero Suit, it's an even worse idea because there's not even any reason for you to do it because it's not like you're ever going to get back down in time to punish.
I do think he wanted the because he pulled it back pretty close to like fairly sizable deficit. Yeah.
If he's doing projectiles, there's no need for like you to jump over him. Like you can jump over him, yeah, you can do, but shielding works fine. Gyro goes away on shield, and laser actually does nothing. It's like such a average projectile. Like Rob doesn't have an out of shield game. Oh.
Side B getting a lot of damage there. It's an option that a lot of people don't really expect, so it kind of works.
Yeah, dude. Honest. All right, so these lasers, literally, you're doing them B reverse every time. That doesn't sound like a bad thing in theory, but like, it's so obvious when you're going for it, like what you're gonna go for it. Like, there's not. Like you're almost ruining your spacing with it sometimes. Sometimes just dropping and doing it was the right thing to do, but you'd instead like wave bounce it and end up right on top of them with a laser.
So Zamasu was going for a little bit of a. Oh, okay. He gets grabbed out of his jump. Could have been bad there, but he doesn't go for an up B. He just goes for a back air and gets a little bit more damage. I love that choice in neutral air from Lucretio as well. Just using it.
Oh, you should have. Should have chased with the should have chased the up air really.
Another up air as an anti-air. Zamasu happy to get back into center stage, luckily with that down B.
Where's your shield?
Down throw. Tries to go for some kind of read, but he doesn't get it with the laser. I think he scouted out the roll, but he just.
Oh my god, you do have a shield. I was honestly surprised. Yeah, dude, like chill out. Like it's Rob's projectiles aren't scary.
Down throw. Sorry, up throw.
Like gyro is when he's got hold of it, but like just firing at you is not terrifying at all.
I feel like Zamasu's having a lot of trouble getting him.
Yeah, he
finally gets that grab.
It seemed like Lucretio had that for a long, long time. I love that choice for Lucretio throwing it against the wall, just so he could catch it and use it as another aerial. It's just like mix up.
You burn your jump.
That's really doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, the laser! Yo, that's that Kamehameha.
Hey, super.
Gun kind of stuff. That was crazy.
Yeah, you're just moving around too much. Like, I know that sounds weird to say to a Zero Suit, but you're actually moving around so much that you're very rarely in the right position to actually punish something. Like, there's nothing wrong with just a good old short hop nair spaced on shield.
I mean, Lucretio at 100%, 32% is game.
Like, literally, that entire sequence, yeah?
I mean, Lucretio at 100%.
Like, this entire thing you did here, like, that was alright. I respect the down B attempt there, but it was never going to hit him. This entire thing you did here, you would have accomplished so much more by just standing there. This entire thing you do next, you literally, by doing it like, it looks cool, it looks like flashy, but anyone who understands, positioning and like, where a character's strengths lie, know that when you've jumped up for some reason, you've literally just given yourself no option.
32% is
there was no reason for that. You literally gave Lou the chance back on the stage. If you just stayed...
to get this kill, man. He's really something. I mean, Lucretio at 100%, 30.
If you'd have just stayed on the ground there, if you'd have stayed here, then, Lucretio can't actually do anything. Yeah, he's literally, like, as Brad said in the chat, this is like ADD play. You're pressing so many buttons, and you're doing so many things, but it's not accomplishing a whole lot. Like, Naruto's play is active when it needs to be, when he needs to be flashy, but everything's done with a purpose. There's always a purpose behind... You need to make sure everything you're doing has a legitimate reason behind it. Why are you doing this thing? Why are you doing a full hop wave bounce laser when they're trying to get off the ledge? Why? Like, this is a decent dash grab, yeah. And yes, that was good. Why are you jumping? Why are you high jumping? Why are you double jumping in neutral?
Okay, so Zamasu not far back at all, but Lucretio is playing exactly how he wants to play.
See, this is better. This is decent play. Like, you're struggling to get through, but like, it's just because you're not respecting how the gyro works.
That was some fantastic.
Yeah, and you're gonna die for that. Yeah, see, it's like...
Good read of the air, though, trying to get rid of it.
You want to play a single-player game. That's what you want to do. You don't actually want to play against an opponent that's going to change how they do things and think about it. You want to do your thing. You want to do your standard, cool, flashy play. But like, what I can tell by what you're doing, and I'm sure this is probably why you took game 1 and then Lucretia probably. I'm assuming Lucretia won the next 2. But like, you aren't playing your opponent. You're playing your game. And your game is very active, and there's not a whole lot of pressing shield. So I don't know why he's done this, but okay. But it's just Lucretia. It's difficult to tell what this guy's doing. Hello, overlay please, thank you. Now that he's got platform, Zamasu picking Battlefield is probably his best choice. Why are you platform camping? Just trying to get a character that's just why are we watching this in 10 frames per second? Why? We're gonna try it. Please God. Manchester guys, please lower the bitrate just a little bit. So you need, on your down throws as well, you definitely need to position yourself better to get like the second up air. You're not even getting the main thing. It's quite nice. So Zamasu is trying to go for the grapple into... I don't think I've ever seen a link or two link use arrows as much as Lucretia. Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of bomb utilization, especially by two players. Oh, wicked read there to get that forward smash. Smash is crazy strong. See, why? What did that laser possibly accomplish? It was never going to cover him. Like, you've got him, you're in a good position here. You've actually, do you die here? No. You should have. These jumping lasers are getting you absolutely murdered, and I know these are just I'm pressing buttons because I can lasers.
And that is going to take the first off.
His bomb blew up in his hand while he was in the dirt, man. That's horrible.
That's not very good.
It's disrespectful. Really.
And like, the fact that this is still working decent is like testament to your character. Admittedly, so it's a playstyle that suits your character to a degree, but it's not a good playstyle. Like, it's not one I would recommend. It's not a smart playstyle. It's one that will overwhelm people that don't understand. See, why? You saw him do it. This is why people get hit by Lucretia. It's bullshit. Because they're not thinking about what's happening. And I know this sounds like I'm kind of roasting you now, Zach, so I'm sorry. I don't intend for it to be that way. But like, watching Lucretia play gets me tilted. Because people get hit by his shit, and I'm like, why did that hit you? He just literally ran up to you and did an up B. There was no... He didn't think about that. But you didn't think about reacting to it. Actually, that's a better way of putting it. You're playing too proactive. And you're not actually reacting to what he's doing at all. Whether it's you don't want to, whether you like just being able to do what you want to do, or you think's going to work. But sometimes you need to just be like, okay, he's done this bad option. I'm gonna, I'm gonna just, wait for it to finish and punish some of the hilariously long bits of end lag. It's not, the thing is, like, it's not tunnel vision. Tunnel vision implies that you're doing the same thing over and over. You are to a degree, but it's no more than a lot of people. You're actually genuinely not looking at what your opponent is doing. If you've got a decent flowchart, that will get you a good way, by the way. It will get you about as far as you've gotten.
Not optimal, but they don't expect it to because work.
Yeah, this is the thing with Lucretia, man. He's not a guy who watches other people play. He's not a guy who studies players like, I don't even know, he plays Toon League like Zam.
See, by jumping up on that platform, you've literally... How many times are you going to run off the platform and double jump? I swear to God.
Like, let me innovate kind of thing. It's worked out for him, because he just like, no one expects the options that he picks. Yeah. No one expects it. And when I think he went for the read on the air dodge. Nice. And Lucrecio actually able to air dodge out of that. That's kind of mad. Boomerang into up smash. Loving this use of the up smash.
No question. If you're playing, you should never be looking at you. You should know where you are. If you don't know where you are, then you don't have control of the character, or you're not good enough at the game yet.
He's a light boy. He's a little boy.
Always watch your opponent.
Oh my days. That was a big call out there. Sebastian trying to read the roll or something like that, and then Lucrecio just saying, hold this up smash, man. I ain't about that line. 106 on Zamasu here. It feels like he's a little bit lost in the latter stage of this game. He's trying to find something, goes for that.
See, I'm not surprised Lucrecio's Toon Link is doing like as good as his Rob, because it's not changed the game plan.
I'll play super anti right now, and you can tell. Playing super cagey right now. Zamasu just doesn't want to commit to too much.
See, now this is better. Like you're holding off. You're still doing stuff. Is that gonna?
Oh my God! It was always that down there was very ill-advised. Good jump away there from Lucrecio, fading away from what was the potential back air from Zamasu.
I want to point out that your gameplay has suddenly become a lot more cagey.
He's just also actually not getting punished for it. And Lucrecio, he's a back air for his double.
No, I can't believe that, he says.
After using up smash 7 times.
I've got to be honest. I'm actually getting AIDS watching this because of the frame rate.
What on earth just happened?
He's going back to.
I want to keep.
Like that end game, the end game of that game 3 was actually really solid. That last 30 seconds, like as dumb as Lucrecio was being, you weren't actually doing your usual thing of throwing out options everywhere for very little tangible reason. So, so you stopped doing that. You started just staying grounded and waiting for him to do stuff, and you pulled it all the way back. And that was good. If you continue to do that, you'll win. But I know that's not exactly what happens because I have seen the bracket. You're gonna go back to your usual game of jumping around everywhere.
You can't afford to use someone like Rob a little bit more, which is obviously something Lucrecio's a little bit more comfortable with. Went for the back throw into down tilt jab resets, but
it's not so much slow things down. Slow things down implies play slower. Don't play slower. Just don't commit to so much for no reason. Like, you can still do cool stuff. You can still jump around. Like this play is decent. Like when you're short hopping and putting out aerials that are gonna hit their shield, that's good. But full hopping in neutral is terrible. Never do. There's no reason to do it.
Just trying to have some kind of setup with the gyro. Zamasu just not giving it to him. Reads the fact that he was going to stay in place, but he isn't able to punish it. And there's your up B.
Right, so it worked. So it's like different, but I'm gonna point out.
Reads the fact.
Yeah, so this bit coming up right now, yeah.
Just trying to have some kind of setup with the gyro. Zamasu just not giving it to him.
So you missed the down smash. Lucrecio actually just kind of stands there and does nothing. But you did a down smash, you did a spot dodge, you did an up tilt, all without any trigger from him. These are all things that you were just like, oh no, I missed a down smash, avoid it. Oh no, now I'm going to throw a hitbox immediately after spot dodging. Now I get it, but it's stuff that you do. It's almost instinctive. You're instinctively doing these things, and you're not actually kind of looking at what Lucrecio is doing to you. I just want to point out this is why I hate doing Lucrecio VODs, because it's really hard to find examples of like bad play being punished, because he doesn't punish stuff. He doesn't do anything normally.
Up air even is not enough though. He is a little bit out of range of it. It seems, or it was good DI. That was poor DI, and he's gonna lose the stop.
Dude, that was some pat GDI. He made 0 shoot as well, you know.
His choice to smash it seems to be benefiting Lucretio. He doesn't go for any kind of... Oh, okay, he's going for a lot.
See, what was that? What was that pivot grab? He wasn't there.
Summer cooking. I mean, if he gets one, he's getting...
Also, I don't like all... I mean, Zaire is good.
I love the catch. I think he...
But I don't like all the Zairs you're doing.
Recovery. And he nearly goes in there with a down air.
Like, you mash out a lot of... You're mashing out a lot of down Bs out of pressure. But these Zairs are like...
Zamasu just runs into the gyro 3 times.
You definitely don't play with items, do you? You're not a Brawl Zero suit.
God. That could have been the whole stock. Oh my day, they're going to hit through the ledge of Lucretio. Is going to count him. His lucky stone right now.
But like, Nair is just... Nair, in like at least 50% of the situations where you're doing Zaire, Nair would work better. Nair is not just a point blank. Nair has got good range in it, man. See there, like that was good. That was good Nair pressure, and immediately you jumped out and got hit by that because you were just still jumping. But you're not. Look, yeah. Neutral a hitbox. It's big. You know, it's better on big bodies, but that's a good deal of range you've got there. You know, keep using that stuff, man. It's good. And like on the flip side, the Z Air. Look, it's tight. I mean, it goes a long way, but the hitbox is tiny. That's actually going way too fast. Let's slow that down. Like, that's not good for spacing on things. Use the Nair. The Nair is like significantly known for being plus on block. If you Nair someone's shield, unless you've done it super close and they can shield grab it, they can't punish it. So, you know, you're pretty much safe. Especially with your frame 1 jab. Anyway, let's let us continue.
Just making this matchup look like it's not that bad. Not what it's cracked up to be.
You definitely need to work with items as well, like how to just catch them and stuff. Or even picking them up, like literally like you can walk, just stand near it and jab it and it will pick it up.
So, wait, can you not game 5 Battlefield? Yeah, alright, okay.
Shake my head.
Someone's gonna be screaming.
Rotten beam, lad.
Oh no. Oh no. I've seen this episode before.
So we're gonna start this game.
That was nice.
It's good to go around with dream.
This is good, but then you ran out of positioning because you jumped up, you committed too hard.
And then the ledges are
I think we're definitely gonna. The pressure doesn't come here without.
So you definitely have like zero awareness of how to fight, like Rob. But like that was good. That was good. That was so good. That was so sick. Oh my god! I didn't just do that by accident.
And then the ledges are
so that was bad. This was more bad stuff. You rolled into the gyro like a clown.
The pressure doesn't come here without that dastardly scheme.
Right here. Right. That was a good Nair. You did a standard Nair there, okay? Like, you've pressured his shield. He's waiting in shield because he's expecting a jab or you to do something big commit. And you've gone like, no. You Nair him again. He's now scared because you're now stood there just by standing there. You are terrifying. Because he knows if he gets grabbed, he could get laddered here. He doesn't want to get hit by stuff. So, and his shield's very low as well, so he could get poked if he wasn't careful, because you see the base and his head poking out. So, I mean, you run away a bit far for my liking, but you come back in pretty much immediately. So it's still good. You're still pressuring him without really doing anything dumb to commit.
It is something that he's going to be going for just yet, because he is in the lead. But wait a second. Lands on the platform, but
there we go.
Oh, this could be it.
Oh, you scrub. You had a free kill. How did you drop that?
To the bottom of the stage.
Oh my god, you rolled into the gyro. You should be dead. Alright, yeah, that was a bad roll. These Zers are not. Zer is only good at when it's fully spaced. I don't care. Zer is like unless you're fully out of range from there, Zer should not be used.
Wispy's blowing. Zamasu is saying, you know what, man, I ain't about that life. I'm staying over here, dog. Lucrecio's talking trash. He's in his head. He's in his head.
Let's sit down and get ready.
Zamasu just trying to find a way to try and get into Lucrecio without going to the ledge because he knows.
Alright, literally 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row. You just ran into gyro, or maybe twice. Like, his gyro's not on the stage, therefore he's gonna look to fire it. It comes out quite fast.
Trying to find
You just ran at him, got hit by it.
a way to.
I believe you then roll at him, or you just regularly get up and let him throw at him. You're doing stuff before he has. In that situation, you can literally just lay on the ground and be like, I'm gonna wait for him to throw this. And if he doesn't throw it, then you get up. But like you're mashing out the get up immediately. You're trying to get back active as soon as you possibly can. You're trying to get it done as soon as you can. It's not on the card sometimes. Just wait. You get up immediately, get hit by that. He just drops it, and for some reason you roll in on top of the gyro that he just dropped.
Without going to the ledge because he knows that if he does, that could be carrying the downside.
And you took loads of damage because gyro, it doesn't do a whole lot, but you took way too much damage for that.
Oh wait a second.
Oh, that was scary.
Could have been scary there.
That was terrifying.
See, okay. See, this is alright. This is alright.
Where is Scott? I can relate with the eternal struggle to approach Rob, as I've always called it. My Robland. It's a
This is good pressure.
very tricky, but
You led. If you played more like this during neutral, you'd be doing great.
Things are gonna get spicy here. Game 5, ZSS with rage. And there's your up air. Good anti-air from Lucrecio. Got the ledge. Gyro. And a neutral air. Lucrecio is talking, but Zamasu is all about playing right now. He needs one grab. One grab, Jake.
What are they
and
doing?
It could be curtains for Lucrecio. My man's shouting never.
Lucrecio team will commentary tonight.
Wait. Oh, that was the first option.
So your inability to deal with the gyro has hurt you so much.
Wait. Oh, and the down air doesn't actually get the spike hitbox. This is so scary.
The way how I can hear Lucrecio, it speaks volumes, like quite literally.
Still even. It's even. Sebastian going for a read with the down smash on the roll. Lucrecio's nervous, and there's your up smash. That is going to be Lucrecio winning the semis. Really good stuff there to Sebastian though. First ever smash dash, and he's guaranteed this place.
I like that. That's very wholesome. Yay!
Yeah!
That was delightful.
Yeah!
Yay!
Oh,
Let's go, house!
that was long.
Let's go, house!
That was so long. Yeah, you jump from the ledge. You're like, that's fine actually. That's kind of what Zero Seat does for the most part. But like when you're pressuring the ledge, you're kind of like you're still active, but you're conservative. There's no issue with being active, but you're not putting yourself in bad positions by being active, if that makes sense. Normally, like there was something I've seen you doing, which tilted me so hard. You were on either Battlefield or Town and City. You ran off the platform, double jump back, ran off, double jump back, and you did it like 5 times. There was lots of movement that was really unnecessary. So that's the key thing for me. That shit was not needed. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't need to. You're Zero Suit. You're terrifying just by being stood there. Oh, I need a fucking drink. Right. Okay. Next set is Mystic Eyes. If you've got any questions for me, Zach, while you're here, while we're still on yours, please feel free to ask.